What's going on, everybody? Crypto Kitty coming again with another video. In this one, we're going to talk about Rarible. We're not talking about RGT, which is the Rari governance token, unrelated to this Rari project. RGT is actually getting delisted by Coinbase rather soon, as you guys are seeing here. So just wanted to make that very clear to you guys. We're not talking about RGT today. It is up quite a bit, which makes this even more confusing, but unrelated, not talking about RGT, only talking about Rari, just the official coin behind the Rari Foundation. You'll see it listed many times throughout the website. If you guys get confused, it's RARI. That's what we're talking about today. It is up over 100%, which is just phenomenal. A lot of us know with Coinbase, a lot of coins just kind of randomly pump. We're seeing, Pato Call today up 37%. But this is not one of those cases where the coin's just pumping and it's immediately going to dump because there's no actual, reasoning behind it. With Rari, there is legitimate reasons. They've actually been tied to Twitter here that we're seeing, and not just tied to Twitter. There's legitimate news and partnerships forming with Twitter, as you're seeing in this article right here. Basically, 4 NFT marketplaces. So we have Magic Eden, Rarible, Flow blockchain creator Dapper Labs, and sports-centric platform Jump.trade. So Rari kind of outlined it for us here, what it's going to look like. Right now, it's pretty basic. I honestly think that this random commenter put it pretty well. It's basically a better-looking way of sharing an NFT link, and somebody replied and said, hey, this is just beta. This is the first version. Certainly, whatever this guy's suggesting might be the next step. But this is obviously, a step in the right direction. I don't think anyone can argue that. This obviously looks a whole lot more clean than just a simple link. So I think the fact that, they're tied to Twitter, which obviously Twitter's under new ownership with Elon Musk, we could be seeing some major changes in the future in terms of Web3 integration. NFTs could really be a huge part of social media. If they're going to survive, they're going to have to be. And I think that the fact that Rari is one of the platforms that Twitter has chosen is just such a vote of confidence. And when you go ahead and look at the market cap of Rarible, $68 million, fully diluted $123 million. That's so small for such a legitimate project with potentially just such a great future, honestly. So I think that, from an investment standpoint in the short term, things are going to get a little rocky. I mean, anytime that a coin goes up this much in 7 days, you guys are seeing just total flat volume and then just this massive spike, going from $2 to over $5 within a week, within like 30 hours really, is obviously quite insane. And there's a good chance that this one takes a hit over the next couple of weeks, maybe even couple of days. But that shouldn't necessarily deter you. You have to be patient in this space, especially given the fact that we're in a bear market. But just looking from a zoomed out perspective, Rarible is one of those projects that will give you that exposure to the NFT space. If NFTs are still sticking around in the next few years, you better believe that Rarible, the token, is going to absolutely be flourishing. How do we know this? This is not financial advice. But I'm just going to kind of explain my reasoning for why I think the coin's going to do well. So the first part we want to look at is just what does the coin bring you? What value does the coin bring you outside of an investment? Why might the value go up? Well, you see here, there's actually a place for you to deposit Rari right on the site. And then you go ahead, once you lock the amount for a given period, you basically receive this VE Rari, and that's going to give you certain perks that you wouldn't otherwise have. What are these perks? Voting power, 0% seller fees on Rarible, Rari Prime badge on Rarible, private Discord access, all these certain things that people are legitimately going to want if they're using the program. So the more that you go ahead and kind of delegate to the site, the more that you're locking up, obviously the more power that you're going to have within the program. It's not an amazing use case. It's not the best that we've seen, but it is more than adequate to get this price moving outside of just people looking at it as an investment. So, you know what? I think that this one does have the criteria to take up, a small percentage of your portfolio. Like I said before, if you want to get exposure to the NFT space, why not just go ahead and put it in a project like this that has that small market cap but has that legitimacy to it? And it was such a major deal, like the one that we saw with Twitter. Things just really couldn't be looking up much better for a small market cap token like Rarible. It's already listed on Coinbase. That alone just gives it so much more exposure to investors. All in all, I think that this is pretty clearly a solid investment long term. So that's basically new for this one, guys. Hope you learned something, kind of why Rari's pumping all of a sudden, what the program's all about, and what's giving that token value. So let me know in the comments, are you buying Rari? Do you think that this is kind of just like a one-time pump, or do you think this is going to be more of a long-term successful token? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.